Hello, dear listener. Before we begin our conversation about digital detox, I invite you to do something counterintuitive. Take a deep breath and observe, just for this moment, your relationship with the device you're using to access this content. Feel the weight of the device, notice the light emanating from the screen, become aware of your body's posture as you interact with this technology. No judgment, just gentle observation. This simple practice of presence already holds the essence of what we'll explore today. The possibility of transforming our relationship with technology from automatic and unconscious to intentional and balanced. The digital paradox of our times. We live in an era of extraordinary technological paradox. The same devices that expand our capabilities, connect us globally, and open doors to infinite knowledge can also fragment our attention, overwhelm our nervous system, and distance us from directly lived experiences. This isn't about demonizing technology, it's simply a tool, neither good nor bad in itself. It's our relationship with it that determines whether it becomes a source of enrichment or exhaustion. A digital detox isn't about radical elimination, but about reclaiming conscious choice and intentionality. It's about becoming the architects of our digital experience, not passive consumers dictated by algorithms and notifications. Understanding the subtle effects of digital overload. Before we dive into practical strategies, let's explore how excessive technology use can impact our mental health and well-being. The attention economy. Many digital platforms are explicitly designed to capture and hold our attention for as long as possible. Notifications, infinite scrolling, and personalized algorithms are carefully optimized to create dopamine loops that keep us engaged. Over time, this constant fragmentation of attention can diminish our capacity for sustained focus and deep thinking skills essential for mental and cognitive well-being. The impact on the nervous system. Our nervous system evolved to process information at the pace of the natural world, not the accelerated rhythm of news feeds or social media. Constant exposure to digital stimuli can keep our nervous system in a state of mild, but persistent alertness, elevating cortisol and adrenaline levels. This chronic subtle activation can manifest as anxiety, restlessness, sleep difficulties, and a sense of mental overload. Social comparison and FOMO. Social platforms often present curated, idealized versions of life, creating fertile ground for unfavorable social comparison. The fear of missing out, FOMO, can generate anxiety and feelings of inadequacy. The erosion of work-life boundaries. Mobile devices have made the boundaries between work and personal life more permeable. Many of us are never truly off the clock, checking emails late at night or responding to work messages on weekends. This constant availability can lead to burnout and reduced mental recovery. Signs you might benefit from a digital detox. How do you know if your relationship with technology is negatively affecting your well-being? Observe these signs with compassionate curiosity. You check your phone within the first minutes of waking up and the last moments before sleep. You feel anxious when you forget your phone or are in areas without signal. You often catch yourself opening apps automatically without conscious intent. You struggle to maintain focus on tasks without checking devices. You notice online time often stretches far beyond what you planned. You feel drained after long periods on social media, but keep using it. You frequently compare your life to what you see online. You experience an urgent need to respond to messages immediately. Remember, observing these patterns isn't cause for self-criticism. They're simply valuable information to guide your path toward a more conscious relationship with technology. Practical strategies for digital detox. Let's explore a spectrum of practices from gentle interventions to deeper transformations. I invite you to start with what feels most accessible and gradually experiment with more challenging practices. 1. Cultivate digital awareness. Before making changes, simply observe your current habits with non-judgmental curiosity. Practice. For 3 days, use a screen time tracking app or jot down in a notebook each time you use digital devices. Note not just how long, but in what emotional context do you tend to reach for devices when bored, anxious, or lonely. Intention check. Before unlocking your phone or opening a new browser tab, pause briefly and ask, why am I doing this now? Is this action aligned with my values and priorities? This heightened awareness often catalyzes natural shifts even before implementing specific strategies. 2. Redesign your digital environment. Our environment powerfully shapes our behavior. Small tweaks to your digital space can significantly reduce the cognitive friction needed for healthier choices. Disable non-essential notifications. Allow only truly important communications to interrupt your attention. Reorganize your home screen. Keep only useful, intentional tools on the first screen. Move potentially addictive apps to folders on secondary screens. Adopt grayscale. Temporarily switching your screen to black and white dramatically reduces the visual appeal of social media and games. Use digital well-being apps. Tools like Screen Time, iOS, Digital Wellbeing, Android, or apps like Freedom or Forest can help set gentle limits on tech use. 3. Establish transition rituals and time boundaries. Instead of trying to overhaul your habits all at once, start by creating small islands of intentional disconnection. Screen-free morning ritual. Reserve the first 15 to 30 minutes of your day for activities that nurture your well-being: meditation, stretching, reading, or simply savoring a warm drink in silence. Regular digital breaks. Incorporate micro-pauses throughout the day, perhaps 5 minutes every hour or 15 minutes every 2 hours, where you step away from screens entirely and practice presence. Content boundaries. Set specific limits for content you notice increases your anxiety, like news or certain social media. Perhaps limit news to a morning and afternoon check rather than constant updates. Mindful meals. Make at least one meal a day completely screen-free, focusing entirely on the sensory experience of eating and, when applicable, connection with others at the table. 4. Create tech-free zones and times. Designating specific spaces and periods as digital sanctuaries can foster a healthy rhythm of engagement and disconnection. Screen-free bedrooms. Consider keeping devices out of the bedroom, using a traditional alarm clock instead of your phone. This supports better sleep quality and creates an important psychological separation. Analog Sundays. Experiment with one day a week, or even half a day, completely free of non-essential technology. Dedicate this time to activities that nourish your creativity, relationships, and connection with nature. Low-tech vacations. During longer rest periods, consider drastically reducing tech use, setting specific, limited times for checking messages. 5. Cultivate meaningful alternatives. Digital detox is as much about what we add as what we remove. Cultivate experiences that nourish your well-being in ways technology can't. Reconnect with your body. Physical activities requiring full presence like yoga, dance, martial arts, or nature walks can be powerful antidotes to digital overload. Rediscover tactile hobbies. Crafts, gardening, painting, music activities that engage your senses and manual skills offer satisfaction that purely digital experiences rarely provide. Deepen in-person connections. Set aside time specifically for face-to-face interactions, unmediated by screens. The richness of nonverbal communication and the neurological chemistry of physical presence can't be replicated digitally. Explore contemplative practices. Meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence can restore attentional capacities strained by excessive tech use. 6. Transform your relationship with digital communication. Much of our tech-related anxiety comes not just from screen time, but from how we engage with digital communication. Practice intentional asynchronicity. Not every message requires an immediate reply. Clearly communicate your expected response times to others and free yourself from the pressure of constant availability. Batch communication. Designate specific times to process emails and messages rather than responding continuously throughout the day. This preserves periods of uninterrupted focus. Simplify communication channels. Assess which platforms are truly essential for you. Consider consolidating or eliminating redundant channels that fragment your attention. Navigating common challenges. The journey to a more balanced relationship with technology is rarely linear. Here are strategies for common hurdles. Managing social and professional expectations. In a world that often expects constant availability, setting digital boundaries requires clear communication. Communicate your intentions. Inform colleagues, friends, and family about your digital detox practices to manage expectations around response times. Set clear work boundaries. Discuss with supervisors which communications truly require immediate responses versus what can wait until the next business day. Find allies. Seek others interested in healthier digital practices. Consider shared challenges like phone-free dinners or device-free walks. Dealing with FOMO and disconnection anxiety. The fear of missing out on information or connections is a common barrier. Practice gradual exposure. Start with short disconnection periods and gradually extend them as your comfort grows. Cognitive reframe. When FOMO arises, remind yourself you're choosing to be fully present for your current life, not absent from it. Practice compassionate curiosity. Observe sensations of anxiety or restlessness during tech-free periods without judgment. Notice how these feelings often fade with time, creating long-term sustainability. For digital detox practices to become a lifestyle, not just a temporary fix. Flexible, not perfectionist approach. Allow adjustments based on life phases and needs. The goal is intentional balance, not rigidity. Regular check-ins. Periodically assess how your digital practices are working. What's serving your well-being? What needs tweaking? Celebrate progress. Acknowledge and appreciate positive shifts in your attention, well-being, and relationships that emerge from a more conscious tech relationship. Transforming your digital life for mental well-being. As you integrate these practices, you may notice subtle yet meaningful shifts in your mental well-being. Restored attention, renewed capacity for deep focus and sustained thought. Strengthened presence, greater availability for the present moment and directly lived experiences. Reduced anxiety, a more balanced nervous system with less activation of the fight or flight state. Deeper connections, relationships enriched by full presence and attentive listening. Reclaimed agency, a renewed sense of conscious choice over how you direct your time and attention. A final invitation, the one-day experiment. I'd like to close with an invitation to a simple experiment. Choose one day, or even half a day, next weekend for a mini digital detox. Prepare accordingly, inform key people, decide which alternative activities you'd like to explore, and set clear intentions for this time. During this practice, observe with compassionate curiosity what emerges when you create space away from constant digital stimulation. What sensations arise in your body? What thoughts or emotions surface? What observations or insights reveal themselves? After the experiment, take a few minutes to reflect, perhaps journaling or simply contemplating. What did you notice? What did you appreciate? What was challenging? What might you want to integrate into your daily life? Remember, the goal isn't perfection or radical elimination of technology, but a more conscious and intentional relationship, one where technology remains a helpful tool in service of your well-being and values, not a force directing your attention and energy. Take one more deep breath. Feel the present moment, and know that, in a world of constant connection, the space you create for yourself may be the most precious gift of all. I'm here, walking alongside you on this ongoing journey of balance and digital well-being.